Hi,
Hi, how are you?
good, good. How are you?
Good, better.
I just want to take a feedback from you that you have been in therapy with me for the last couple of months, and I want to understand your journey. How was your exact state of mind when you first met me?
Okay. Uh, when I first came to you, when I first met you, I was very distorted, confused. I was at a very, very bad stage and shape in my life, especially on a personal note. And ever since I met you and I've been coming to you regularly, I have self realized a lot of things about me, which for the last 45 years of my life I didn't even know. Or perhaps I knew it and I felt it, but I couldn't relate to it and understand it.
Like what?
Like I've been very pessimistic and negative in life in most cases. I very rarely looked at, as they say, a coin has two sides. I've been more self-absorbed and selfish in life, which I've not been in the last couple of months to a very grave extent, uh, with people close to me or people that I've known. And I never found myself to be selfish. I thought it was okay. I mean, like I would take people for granted, which I don't now. I value and appreciate people whom I used to earlier perhaps take for granted. Um, I also feel more relaxed and positive every time I have a meeting as a session with you. Whatever gray areas I have or whatever anxieties I have, they seem to wither off. And I do remember initially when I'd come, every second, third day, I used to feel very anxious or maybe impatient to call you or message you and ask you a diamond dozen questions, which now for the last 2, 3 months I don't. So you made me very patient and calmer in life. And I'm very optimistic that I'm going to achieve my goal and my journey uh, with your help and your guidance. And I would always like to have a connection with you, whereby I can always, have a meeting or a session, whatever you would like to say with you, uh, for the remainder months, years of my life, because it's very healthy. I felt and nice being in contact with you and relating my problems with you. And I find you to be a few times strict with me also, which I think is good because that works with me. People are very nice and easy with me, that I tend to trouble them or perhaps take them for granted. So I enjoy that bit with you. And what I found is at times, if I wanted any clarity or if I've had any questions, at times you challenge me to challenge myself, whereby I should myself figure out the answers. I should myself do the journey and the work, which is very good and positive. Otherwise, how will I become more self sustainable and rely more on myself? If not you tomorrow, then I'll be running or chasing or asking somebody else, a personal friend or a relative or my spouse or whatever. So, yeah, I consider myself blessed and lucky that I met you. And I was going to a counselor before you for 4, 5 months, and boy, there's a world of a difference between the two of you. I didn't find her to be an iota of 1/10 as professional or able to make me realize and point out things to me which you have, and been able to help me the way you have. And the good bit is that not only me, people around me, my personal relations and people who know that I'm coming to you, they are acknowledging and saying that they have seen a lot of change in me ever since I've been coming to you. And that's a fact. I'm not buttering you, okay?
Thank you so much. Are you able
My
to
pleasure.
are you able to
I'm
connect
only,
with me as a therapist? Sorry.
of course, totally, without a percent of hesitation. Maybe the first 2, 3 sessions I was a little formal. I used to feel a little reluctant. But now I look forward to our chats and meeting and talking to you, and I feel very open and very relaxed and easy to speak to you about anything.
Okay.
So yeah, it's been a great journey, and I look forward to the remaining part as well.
What would be one advice you would want to give to people who are wanting to enter into therapy?
In what sense?
Therapies.
Before I came to therapy, I'm not that sort of a person who is reluctant to acknowledge my mistakes or to say that, yeah, I had these bad habits or I have that. I'm pretty open, I would say 90% to admitting the good as well as the bad and flaws in me. Before coming to therapy, I had no concept of therapy except what little maybe you see on comedy shows or on TV or you hear. And after personally going through it, I think it is a very, very healthy and a very positive relationship to share with a professional therapist. I think there is no harm in people taking therapy or going to a professional and speaking their mind and their heart out, speaking about their life, their journey, their problems, their issues, or even their happiness. I see no harm in it, not even 0.1%. In fact, I find it healthy, I find it positive, and I think it's good because when you talk to a friend or a relative, they always speak to you back as a friend and a relative. Some of them might have already judged you, might have a fixated opinion about you. But I don't think a therapist or you per se is like that. You hear the person out and you have a professional opinion. Just like when you have fever, you go to a doc, he tells you these are the medications you need to have, these are the days you need to rest, don't have ice, things like that. So I think it's a very healthy and a professional journey and a matter a person can conduct. And I think it's good if people go and seek therapy. Beating myself, I think it's a good thing. And I
Thank you
hope
so
most
much.
of the new ones
Huh.
end up with you rather than somebody else.
That's so nice of you. Thank you so much.
Not at all. I've just spoken the truth and what I have experienced with you, truly, nothing else.